Hello, London girl. Oh yeah, so many, like a lot of different rescues and humane societies have done so well. Um, Hello, Craig. You know, before I get into the stories, I wanted to show you this. Hopefully, I can find a video about this. There is this doggy who was basically half dead when they found him. And he is the sweetest. He has the sweetest face, and he is gaining strength every day. And let's see if I can find. Oh, the dog is named Travolta because they want to keep him staying alive. He, just look at this. A week ago, he couldn't even walk. He was so sick. You know, he wasn't even eating. He just is a wonderful boy. And his name is Travolta. He is in Louisville, Kentucky. The just unbelievable. Look, let me just show you this one. Travolta's bedtime. So the lady who's the vet there, who runs the, is taking him home.
Maybe if you
but it's only the foster. But he is the sweetest boy.
That wasn't so weird. You might be a little more uncomfortable. I mean, it's all you. It's all you, buddy. Really. If this is what you like.
So, I believe it's the Kentucky Humane Society, not the Louisville Humane Society. Let me just make sure I have that right. Louis. No, it must be Kentucky. Yeah, Kentucky Humane Society. And they, oh my God, I didn't see this. $15,000 donated to Kentucky Humane Society in honor of dogs Ethan and Travolta. And I have to tell you, I am smitten with this Travolta. He is like the absolute sweetest boy. He's got the sweetest face. That is amazing. My God. Feeders Pet Supply donated $15,000 to the Kentucky Humane Society. In honor of Ethan, he was left die. Well, Ethan was not the one that I don't know much about Ethan, but he had an issue last year. It looks like. According to KHS, the donations will help shelter pets get the care they need so that extreme starvation situations like that of Ethan and Travolta never have to happen again. But I am absolutely smitten with this Travolta. You know, I keep thinking, well, you know, Louisville's only 3 hours away. You know, if I really wanted to adopt him, I probably could. They said that he still has a long, long way to go. He has a lot of sores on his body. You know, he still has to be fattened up quite a bit. But in 1 week he was there, he gained 7 pounds. 7 pounds. Yeah. And I don't know if you guys ever follow Hope for Paws. Hope for Paws is run by a guy who basically rescues doggies that are homeless, and he feeds them cheeseburgers to try to get them, and then he will rehabilitate and rescue them. And he does such a great job, and some of the doggies that he has rescued is unbelievable. Well, I didn't know this. I haven't been following as close as I used to, but Betty White got wind of all the stuff that he does, and I don't know if she adopted one of the doggies that he rescued, but it was wonderful. It is a good feeling seeing this. I just thought that was great. So, all right, I'm going to stop blathering, and we're going to read Quotable Cats. And just an FYI, I'm having a little trouble holding books. I hear you. All right, there are no ordinary cats. Colette. But yeah, definitely look at Kentucky Humane Society and look at those videos of Travolta, because that first day that he was brought into there, you know, I mean, he looked like he was ready to die. He was so emaciated. He had all the cuts over him, and he gave up. He absolutely gave up. He would not pick his head up. And so it's amazing of what's going on now. And, you know, I'm a sucker for these heartbreak stories. I mean, Gallant. I mean, that darn Gallant boy wrote me right in while I was watching the camp. I mean, and I talked to you about this. I have a mom and baby. The mom was found in a ditch in North Carolina with her 4 babies, and she had a prolapsed uterus. It had to be, you know, she had to be rushed for emergency surgery. But of course now she lives with one of her kitties. She lives with me. You know, so like I said, I'm a sucker for these stories. Next one. A cat's got her own opinion of human beings. She don't say much, but you could tell enough to make you anxious not to hear the whole of it. This is quoted from Jerome K. Jerome. I see. Is that Pontia? Yep, that's Pontia. Yeah. Cats are the ultimate narcissists. You can tell this because of all the time they spend on personal grooming. And this is a quote from James Gorman. You know, Soupy, I bet you he does too. You know. The smallest feline is a masterpiece. And this is from Leonardo da Vinci. And, you know, the great thing, there are so many warriors in rescue. And I say warriors because of the battles they have to fight, of the, you know, of the up and down emotions. And, you know, sometimes they see the worst human situations, you know, of neglect and abuse. So this Betty White challenge, I just think, is just wonderful, just absolutely wonderful. And I hope that every rescue out there has benefited, because I'm sure that Betty White would really love, you know, she would have loved to hear about this. They say the test of literary power is whether a man can write an inscription. I say, can he name a kitten? And this is from Samuel Butler. Cats are mysterious. Cats are a mysterious kind of folk. There's more passing in their minds than we are aware of. And this is from Sir Walter Scott. I kind of think this is funny because kind of looks like Walter, and the quote is from Sir Walter Scott. And you heard the story of Walter when Jackie read his story about him, you know, being lost for all day and then being found in a field. So that kind of reminds me of Walter. Boy, that was quite a day when Walter was missing, and you couldn't call out to him because he's deaf, and so that is one of those days. Well, yeah, Sir Walter Scott, absolutely. WWW. If it's raining at the back door, every cat is convinced there's a good chance that it won't be raining at the front door. I have heard this one all the time, and it is so true. This is from William Toms. Oh, that's funny. For me, one of the pleasures of cats' company is their devotion to bodily comfort. Sir Compton Mackenzie. They're sleeping right on a radiator. It might not be the best thing, but hopefully it's off. Cats are intended to teach us that not everything in nature has a purpose. Happiness does not light gently on my shoulder like a butterfly. She pounces on my lap, demanding that I scratch behind her ears. And that is from somebody named Anonymous. That's my little joke about anything that's anonymous. When I worked at Anthem in Virginia, a lot of times when I didn't want to put my name as one of the participants, I would put Annie N, Annie N, Annie Anonymous. My boss got wind of that though, and he would say, "All right, come on, you gotta put your real name in." Cats are smarter than dogs. You can't get 8 cats to pull a sled through snow. Women and cats will do as they please, and men and dogs should relax and get used to the idea. This is Robert A. Heinlein. The last thing I would accuse a cat of is innocence. And this is Edward Paley. I wonder if that's the same Edward Paley that the Paley Library is named after at Temple University, which was my alma mater. And maybe that was Samuel Paley. I forget. Samuel? All right, I'm going to have to look that one up when I get home to see what the Paley Library was named after. What greater gift than the love of a cat? Charles Dickens. It looks like a Patty. I miss you, Patty. Ooh, this one looks familiar. Thousands of years ago, cats were worshipped as gods. Cats have never forgotten this. Anonymous. That could be Alma, huh? That looks a little like Alma. With the dark face. I do have to tell you, how could anybody think that Alma was feral? Alma is like the sweetest and gentlest cat there is. Loves being petted, but I also know that when she came here, she was in so much pain that maybe somebody mistook the pain for being feral. That's possible. But she is a sweet girl. Oh boy. There is no snooze button on a cat who wants breakfast. Anonymous. And boy, isn't that the truth. But I have figured out that if they start bothering me because they want breakfast, and it's like 6 a.m. and I'm not ready to I'm sorry. I meant Asha, Norma. I'm sorry. Did I say Alma? It's because I got Alma on my mind because she's right here. But I meant Asha. So what happens is if they try to wake me up, I just put the blankets over my head and just sleep with the blankets over my head. Hello, Alex, a.k.a. Black Cat. Even overweight cats instinctively know the cardinal rule. When fat, arrange yourself in slim poses. That's a nice picture. I love the field with all the... This is the Queen... Is it Queen Anne's? No, it's Daisies. That's them Daisies. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Kim C. I try my best. The cat does not offer services. The cat offers itself. And this is from William S. Burroughs. Oh, if you want to be a psychological novelist and write about human beings, the best thing you can do is own a pair of cats. And this is Aldous Huxley with an absolutely adorable picture of a cat. Obviously, the printer is out of toner or is losing toner because, never mind. Way deep down, we are all motivated by the same urges. Cats have the courage to live by them. The trouble with cats is that they've got no tact. That's from P.G. Wodehouse. There is something about the presence of a cat that seems to take the bite out of being alone. This is from Louis Camudi. And that's a very cute picture. Because you know that cat's going to go because they obviously see a bird outside. When a cat adopts you, there is nothing to be done about it except to put up with it and wait until the wind changes. That's from T.S. Eliot. We don't mind if the cat adopts you. Oh, this one looks like a little popcorn. It was soon noticed that when there was work to be done, the cat could never be found. This is from George Orwell. And look at that. Looks like a little popcorn girl. People that hate cats will come back as mice in their next life. I think we all heard this one. It's from Faith Resnick. Look at the cat with the mouse. Cats do not have to be shown how to have a good time, for they are unfailing ingenious in that respect. And that's from James Mason. Yes. And why are dystopian authors writing about cats? No matter how much cats fight, there's always seems to be plenty of kittens. And this is Abraham Lincoln. Thank you, Leandro, and welcome. A good friend of mine who was born in Brazil. I think he came here when he was 2. Still has his green card, too, I believe. I don't think he became a citizen, at least not yet. Cats have enormous patience with the limitations of the human mind. This is Cleveland Amory, or Amore. Dogs have owners. Cats have staff. And we have heard this. It's Rita Mae Brown. That's a great black and white picture. I'll have to show you. Maybe I'll show it to you now. One of my pictures on Facebook is a picture of Guinness's face, and I just find that this picture just shows his sweet disposition. It really doesn't come up good, but it's a black and white picture, and he almost looks like he's smiling. Yeah, Guinness is just one of my. He's got the sweetest and gentlest spirit you'll ever meet, and he's 12 years old. He just turned 12, and as a matter of fact, next week, it'll be the 12-year anniversary of his forever home. So I'm sure I'll be posting about that next week. I think it's the 25th. No, that's my Guinness. I don't think I read that one. Yeah, I did read that one. Huh. Next one, the quote's from Elizabeth Peters. The way to get on with a cat is to treat it as an equal, or even better, as the superior it knows itself to be. I should not feel quite easy in the company of any cat that walked about the house with a saintly expression. And this is Beverly Nichols. Hi, Leandro. I wouldn't say from accidents. They are usually rescues. They could be rescued from a hoarding situation. They could be rescued from, they were found outside with without their mother. Sometimes a homeless cat, maybe their kittens, might come in here. I think when springtime comes around and when kitten season is in full bloom, boy, you're going to see some action around here when we start taking in the mom and the kittens. I also, think, we've had a few times where we set up the webcam to show you moms delivering their babies, and that's always fun. You saw Eggs and Wussy just get adopted. They were here since they were really, really, really tiny babies. A cat could purr its way out of anything, and this is from Donna McCrohan. That is actually the picture on the cover. But Leandro, one of the things is every cat here has a story about how they got here. Every single one. Some of the stories are a little bit more dramatic than others. We know about Coralie. That's a pretty dramatic story. Nyota, who, like Gallant, was burned. Yeah, so there's a lot of different reasons, but like I said, they all have ways they've gotten here. A cat is there when you call her, if she doesn't have something better to do. And this is from Bill Adler. Cats often seem so very wise when staring with their half-closed eyes. And this is from Bette Midler. The problem with cats is that they get the exact same look on their face, whether they see a moth or an axe murderer. That's Paula Poundstone. And Paula Poundstone used to have a 24-hour webcam. She had like 15 cats at one point, and you could watch her cats on the webcam. I don't know if I don't know if she still keeps it up or not, because it was on Ustream, and we all know that Ustream basically shut down. In all cats' eyes, or in a cat's eyes, all things belong to cats. And this is an English proverb. I've met many thinkers and many cats, but the wisdom of cats is infinitely superior. I've heard things like that, that she got in trouble for something, but I don't remember what it was. All I know is that she is a cat lover, and she, like I said, she rescued a whole bunch of cats, and she used to have a part of her house where she set up a webcam so you can watch her cats. It's kind of cool. This is from Hippolyte Team. Hippolyte. It is a very inconvenient habit of kittens that whatever you say to them, they always purr. This is from Lewis Carroll. To err is human. To purr, feline. It's from Robert Byrd. The cat. He walked by himself, and all places were alike to him. Oh, this is from Rudyard Kipling, a very famous author. Is it The Yearling? I think The Yearling that she wrote. If a man could be crossed with the cat, it would improve the man, but it would deteriorate the cat. That is from Mark Twain. When my cats aren't happy, I'm not happy. Not because I care about their mood, but because I know they're just sitting there thinking up ways to get even. This is from Percy Bysshe Shelley. Shelley. Cats are only human. They have their faults. Kingsley Amos. And what a real cute picture of a kitty. Time spent with cats is never wasted. This is from Sigmund Freud. And this cat here, I told you about Meadow, who we fostered for about 7 months. That looks just like Meadow, except for Meadow's ears would only go halfway up. So there's a couple, they also have a book called Quotable Dogs. They have a couple quotes of here. No matter how little money and how few possessions you own, having a dog makes you rich. And that's from Louis Sabin. A stunning photographic book with quotes about canines. This delightful celebration of your best friend and loyal companion is a pooch of a gift for every dog lover. So that is Quotable Cats. So I think we're going to go into, and for some reason I have 2 copies of this book, but I think it's a wonderful book. It is called Can I Be Your Dog? Hello from Kobe, Japan. Can I be your dog? All right. Dear people at the Yellow House. Wait a minute, is it? Did I start this right? No, okay. Dear people at the Yellow House, woof! Can I be your dog? I am potty trained and I have my own squeaky bone. Also, I love to play. I see you have a cat, but I'm willing to work with you. Who's a good dog? I am. Sincerely, Arfie. P.S. I know every house on Butternut Street, but I asked you first. Hello, Ed Power. Hello. Hello, Dean and Lisa. Dear Arfie, we're so sorry, but you cannot be our dog. Our cat is allergic to dogs. Good luck in your search. Signed, the Honeywells. Dear Butcher Lady, can I be your dog? I think your butcher shop would be a great place for a puppy like me. I could keep the floor nice and cleaned. Signed, Arfie. Look, pal, I got a bone to pick with you. Last time I let a dog into my shop, a dozen meatballs went missing. Sorry, but there's no way I'm taking in a pooch. Veronica Shank, Butcher. P.S. No hard feelings. Enjoy those dried giblets, and good luck finding a home. All right, Tina, have a good night. Dear Fire Station number 5, can I be your dog? I could fetch your boots. Plus, let's say I know my way around the fire hydrant. I've sniffed out every single one on Butternut Street, and yours is the shiniest. Signed, Arfie. Oh, Dean and Lisa, that would be wonderful. And we can read it here. All right. Dear applicant, thank you for your interest in working with the Butternut Street Fire Station. Unfortunately, the position of fire dog has already been filled. We will keep your letter on file. Best wishes in your search. Station number 5. As you can see, Arfie is not real happy with the rejection letter. Just being a form letter. Dear Junkyard Guy, I'm not going to lie. You're my next to last choice. But these past few days have been rough. Rough. So please, can I be your dog? I don't eat much, and I can bark if people try to steal your junk and stuff. Hopefully yours, Arfie. Dear Mutt, get lost. Dear last house on Butternut Street, can I be your dog? I see that your yard is full of weeds and your windows are broken and there's a funny smell. But I'm not picky, just lonely. Signed, Arfie. Arfie, soggy box. Return to sender. Nobody at this address. Ow. So he still has to sleep in his box in the alley. He's very sad because he doesn't have a home. But look what happens when he wakes up. There's a letter on his box that says, "To Arfie." Dear Arfie, can I be your person? I need a friend who will be with me no matter what, snow, rain, heat, or the gloom of night. And I see that you already know everyone on Butternut Street. I know you'll make a first-class partner. With hugs and head scratches, Mitzi Whipple, letter carrier. P.S. If you agree, meet me at the big blue mailbox. Oh, look at the pictures. They're so cute. Dear Mitzi, you know what? My tail has been wagging ever since I got your note. My final answer is yes! Truly yours, Arfie. P.S. Woof! And it has a little note here. Here's how you can adopt a homeless animal. Adopt a shelter animal instead of buying a pet. Volunteer at a shelter or a pet adoption event. Spay or neuter your pet so there will be fewer fur babies to find a home for. Donate to your local animal shelter or a national animal advocacy group such as American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, the Humane Society. Extend a helpful paw so that all of our animal friends can find forever homes. Signed, Arfie. Hopefully Arfie doesn't go to Arby's and eats too many Carbies. Hello, Cat B. Oh, cool! Here's another cat quote book. I forgot about this. This is called, oh, them cats. But this is another quote book from cats by Michael Bjorn. All right. This is actually, if you guys follow, good night, Audrey. Thank you for joining. My arm's hurting a little, and I can feel that my wrist is getting sore. So this was written by the couple that owns Monty. If you guys follow Monty on Facebook, so I will read you a little bit about this. A few years ago, I would have never imagined that I would define myself as a cat dad. I didn't think much of cats, really. I hated having hairs all over, and I used lint rollers like others would use paper towels. Then I met Monty. Today my outfit is not complete if there are no cat hairs to spot. I'm amazed how this little fellow could change the way I think, feel, and live my life in such a significant way. This book is about all those small things that makes cats cats and humans defenseless when facing their mysterious powers. Oh yeah, so many rescues, really did great with the Betty White challenge. All right, so a cat has absolute emotional honesty. Human beings, for one reason or another, may hide their feelings, but a cat does not. And that's from Ernest Hemingway. Come here. No, go away. I love you. No, I don't. Give me treats. Let me out. Carry me. Put me down. You're nice. No, you're not. Well, aside from our regular menu, we have several items the chef just dragged in. That's the picture of that. And then a quote from Bobby Ann Mason. One day I was counting the cats, and I absent-mindedly counted myself. Next is from Garrison Keller. Cats are intended to teach us that not everything in nature has a purpose. And then there's a picture of two cats doing yoga. Remember to admire the beauty in all living things before you instinctively claw them to shreds. Time spent with a cat is never wasted. Sigmund Freud. What do you mean you don't have a leader? Well, that's great, Ed Power. That is really wonderful. There's a rescue in Fort Wayne, which is about an hour away from here, that raised, it was something like $80,000. I don't know how they raised so much. My thinking is they probably had a benefactor who did match donations. That's my thinking. But holy cow, all this good work, you know. This quote is from Dan Greenberg. There is, incidentally, no way of talking about cats that enables one to come off as a sane person. And then there's a picture of the haunted house for cats. This one was in the other book. What greater gift than the love of a cat? Charles Dickens. And Santa Claus won't share his boxes with nobody. Yeah, I'll be in bed by 9 o'clock, hopefully. I'm sure I'll have a gallant boy next to me because he's always sleeps, you know, either on my legs or, you know, next to me. Do you know a real friend, someone you know who will look after your cat after you are gone? That's from William S. Burris. What's up with you? Hold on for 1 second. My alarm is going off on my pump. Blood glucose required. Let me make sure I can. Yep. So I'm probably going to get another alarm in the next few minutes. What's up with you? I'm just a wreck if I don't get my 21 hours. The reason... This is so true. The reason cats have 9 lives. So, what is it this time? In or out? And there's the cat with the gates of heaven. Jean Cocteau said, I love cats because I enjoy my home. And little by little they become its visible soul. Ain't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? You know, every day I wake up when I get out of bed and I go into the kitchen, and I have literally 6 cats following me, because every morning I give them treats, every single morning, and I give them out, and they all go to their places. And Smudge, who is my oldest, 15 years, she goes up on the one chair and she starts meowing, 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 meowing until I give her those treats. And then a couple of the cats get on the kitchen table, and I feed them there. And then Jessie gets on the kitchen counter so that nobody else can bother her while she eats. And then Gallant and Miles, you know, they stay on the floor. And sometimes sometimes Magnolia will join in, sometimes she doesn't. She's not real food motivated, which is really interesting. So this next one is also from Mark Twain. If the animals could speak, the dog would be a blundering, outspoken fellow. But the cat would have the rare grace of never having a word too much. And then, finally, you're home. The Christmas tree painted. What humans see and what cats see. Yes. Yeah. James Herriot. Cats are connoisseurs of comfort. Isn't that the truth? You know when a cat is comfortable. At the cat masseuse. First some gentle pressure and then some claws. Next quote is from Jared Kintz. I'm at a point in my life where I feel like I can't go anywhere. Maybe I'll try to coax my cat off my lap so I can get up and move. Yeah, that is the truth, Sue P. Then they have the catum, attracted to smaller objects and narrow places. Does not obey known physics. Another quote from Michael Bourne, who basically wrote this book. My cat isn't insane. He just has an extraordinary imagination. And then there's a cat's map of the bed. The foot attack zone, stretching area, parlor. I mean, the bed is the whole bed is the cat's. Next quote is from Shannon McGuire. When Rome burned, the emperor's cat still expected to be fed on time. Bless you! Emperor Claudius's pole collection, never used. Next quote is from Robert A. Heinlein. Bless you! Women and cats will do as they please, and men and dogs should relax and get used to the idea. That was in the last book. Cat Kung Fu. So, the cotton swab returns to challenge the master. How funny is that? How many times have I thrown away a Q-tip only to find it somewhere else in the house? They're just crazy about Q-tips, especially after you use them. That is so true. That is funny. Elizabeth Peters is the next quote. The way to get on with a cat is to treat it as an equal, or even better, as the superior it knows itself to be. Another one that was in the last book. Cat's decision-making tree. Is it for me? Yes or no? Yes, I don't want it. No, that's for me. And you know, Jackie has some hairless cats. This is the Sahara toilet. The biggest toilet in the world. This next one is from Pam Brown. Cats can work out mathematically the exact place to sit that will cause the most inconvenience. And then we got the cat logic. I think we've all been here. Full and empty bowls. I don't know if it's 4. You know, she used to have, what was the one? She had the beautiful grayish one that came in here. She ended up adopting that. Unfortunately, passed away because I think she had a tumor. And all of her cats have a names that starts with a Z. Next one is from Orham Pomick. After all, a woman who doesn't love cats is never going to make a man happy. And then we got the prescription for happiness. Next quote is from Lillian Jackson Braun. Dogs have their day, but cats have 365. Look at this. I have a toilet that can clean itself. I get fresh tuna 3 times a day. I have my own YouTube channel. Of course, Gallant would be here because I have my own Facebook page. Gallant has like close to 3,000 friends on his Facebook page. Next quote is from Marseille Mouse. Yes, this is a cute book. Yeah, and you know, Air Power, I decided a long time ago that I wasn't going to make any money from Gallant's Facebook page. That is not what the purpose of his page is. The purpose is really to educate people about animal abuse. It's also so that, you know, so many people fell in love with Gallant when he was here, that is a place where people can stay connected to Gallant. And I put pictures up. I put other pictures of different kitties up. So that's why I keep Gallant's page. That is my little mission statement. The cat is the only animal that has managed to tame man. And then there's a picture of Pavlov's cat. Kiara. Next is from Cynthia E. Varnado. It is impossible to keep a straight face in the presence of one or more kittens. The next one is children are for people who can't have cats. Oh yeah, he's a remarkable boy. He absolutely is. And I was telling Gail on Monday about how apprehensive I was adopting Gallant from here because I wasn't sure if it would work out, if he would have any issues. I was worried about maybe his sutures ripping open. But boy, one of the best things I've ever done in my life was adopting that boy. Because he's a special boy. Next quote is from Neil Gaiman. Me too, Stacy. Me too. I would like to see anyone, prophet, king, or God, convince 1,000 cats to do the same thing at the same time. And also we have cat yoga class. Next is from Jules Verne. I believe cats to be spirits come to earth. A cat, I am sure, could walk on a cloud without coming through. Good night, Soupy. Thank you for coming, and we're glad that you're here. So it's always a pleasure when we see you, Soupy. Have a great night. Yep. I'm actually allergic, believe it or not. Yep, DeWitty, that was quite a day. And DeWitty, do you remember that when I got here, we couldn't find Gallant? We looked everywhere, and finally somebody saw him sleeping up here, the very, very top. His head was completely down, so you couldn't see him. That was a heck of a time. Have cats, not ants. All right, well, I'm not judging ant power. If it's ants, you know. And I'm allergic to cats too. And I take Zyrtec every night because of my allergies. And you know, sometimes I get really, really bad allergy attacks, and I have to put eyes in my. It's because of those varmints. Next quote is from Jared Kintz again. Of all the things God created, from sunrises and rainbows to black holes and humor, cats are the most fascinating to me. No, DeWitty, he actually slept in Patty's place, and then he slept in the kitty cabana for a little bit. But it was like, again, he never left. You know, he was so comfortable here, you know, strutting around. It's like he kind of knew the place. Something else. On the seventh day, God gave his most precious creation over to the servants he had created for it. Look, it's a cat. I hear you, Kiara. I love that little trill of Kiara. You know, my Guinness boy does that. He, you know, every time he comes to the room, he does this, you know, like, I'm here. It's very cute. He has got like the best personality. How long did I adopt Gallant the Brave? It was June of 2013. So, and Gallant's birthday is in 3 weeks, and we call Gallant's birthday Galentine's Day. So February 7th is Galentine's Day. February 7th is also the day that Sparrow and Raz will be going home. Oh, thank you, Cat. We are so glad that you've joined, and we're really happy. Thank you for helping us making this a wonderful place, because it really is. You know, a lot of us call this place the happiest place on earth. And there used to be a little banner outside that said the happiest place on earth, because it is. Because, you know, if you're sad when you come in here, the cats will turn that frown upside down. And there's no Mickey Mouse. Oh, sorry, MK. Let's see if MK is paying attention. Next quote is from Terry Pratchett. In ancient times, cats were worshipped as gods. They have not forgotten this. That was also in the other book. When they develop religion, we must move quick and introduce us as gods. I was making sure that you were paying attention. Next one is from Kristen Cast. Cats choose us. We don't own them. You know, MK, when I was reading the stories on Betty White's, I made some quote, just a quote about Jackie and Garsh. It was, you know, just a little. I was kind of teasing her, but I didn't know that she was listening, and she's like, "I heard that," from her office. It was very funny. Oh, you're welcome, Ms. M. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, this is the truth. What? He spent $500 on that thing and it doesn't even come with a box? It's useless. Next quote is from Jim Davis. Way down deep, we're all motivated by the same urges. Cats have the courage to live by them. Jim Davis, who writes Garfield. Sorry, but there is a wait. Everyone wants a window. This quote is from Colette. There are no ordinary cats. And now here's an accountant telling a cat, no, you cannot deduct your litter box just because you do your business there. Next quote is from Rod McEwen. Cats have it all, admiration and endless sleep and company, only when they want it. And then there is a picture of the dot. I don't know what it is with this, but it seems to talk directly to my primal instincts. Next quote is from Eugene Weber. If cats could write history, their history would be mostly about cats. And then we got the cat at the bar. 1 glass of milk, please. Well, are you going to drink it or are you just going to knock it over on purpose? Hello, Kimby. Next quote is from Ernest Hemingway. One cat just leads to another. Next quote is from Harry Swanson. You can't ever be a cat owner in the best of cases. It allows you to be their companion. And then there's the in or out. That is the question. And isn't it always the question? You know, I lock the cats out when I work. And they're always banging at the door. Always. And so I'll let them in for a little bit. But, 2 minutes later, they want to go out again. And then 2 minutes later, they want to come in again. Like, they're never happy. Next quote is from George Will. The phrase domestic cat is an oxymoron. And then it's a picture. Guys, I know they say that one man's trash is another one's treasure, but this one has turned weird. I think I want to get to the end of this book. House rules for the cat. And I think we could all live by this. The cat is not allowed to use the furniture. All right, then the cat can walk, sit, and sleep on any of the furniture, but the kitchen counter is off limits. Okay, then the cat can be on the kitchen counter too. Just not when I'm cooking or preparing food. That's as far as I go. Okay, fine. The cats can go wherever it wants, whatever it wants, as long as it doesn't swat me in the face at 5:30 in the morning, demanding to be fed. Deal? The cat will be fed at 5:30 in the morning. All right, we only got a couple more left, and then we will call it a night. Next is from Albert Schweitzer. Man has two means of refuge from the miseries of life: music and cats. And this was from Unknown. Any cat that fails to trap a mouse pretends that he was going after a dry leaf. Next is from Jules Reynard. The ideal of calm exists in a sitting cat. I think we've got 3 more quotes and then we're done for the day. Leonardo da Vinci, and I think this was in the last book, the smallest cat is a masterpiece. Quote from Walter Scott. Cats are mysterious. They have more on their mind than we could ever imagine. All right, the last quote from Charles Bukowski. When I am feeling low, all I have to do is watch my cats, and my courage returns. And then it ends with stay positive. So that's it. So I appreciate everybody staying on tonight. And we will be back here next Wednesday. So thank you again, everybody. Thank you, London Girl. And oh, I didn't even get up to, the whole time, so I'm as stiff as a board. Oh, Canby, could I trouble you with getting my books? Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Wicked. And thank you, Michelle. And thank you, Mike. And everybody else. All right, Canby. Canby is on my books now. Thank you, DeWitty and Michelle. Good night, Norman. It's my book. Do I have to show your baby pictures to the chatters again? Because I will do it. That picture when I don't even think you were 3 weeks old. I don't think. Thank you, Ms. M. Thank you, Mike Abe. Have a great night. I think I'll bring my Coke Zero because I didn't drink too much of it.